Welcome back to another episode brought to you by Game Glitches, and I would like to introduce you guys to one of the companions that you could pick up in Gilded Vale called Eder.
Laying low.
You could find him in, as mentioned, Gilded Vale by the tree, standing right here smoking a pipe. He is mostly accessible once you find out more about the dwarven woman, and so
A blade in the dark.
if you now take a look in your journal, you would notice that you have obtained a new quest called Fragments of Scattered Faith. He is actually very interested in traveling with you because he has some questions and stuff he wants to know. That as well, he doesn't currently disclose in the beginning where you find him. Let's take a closer look at the character. He definitely looks like a tank character.
A blade in the dark.
He starts with a cape, a nice saber, a medium shield, nice little, chestplate armor. He has a good health, endurance, damage, and, defenses. If we take, of course, a further look into the character, you would notice that Edgar, he's a class level 3 fighter, race, meadow folk, background, the dirtwood farmer. You could see how much experience, his different attributes, his active effects, and, abilities and talents. Also some, personal information, but which is not yet available because at this point in time, I just acquired him during the saved game. As you continue your quest Fragment of Scattered Faith, you would come across Caed and the keep that is located here where your beloved Maerwald is residing. What you need to do is once you come over here, you have few little battles with some shadows and wisps, and after you have successfully defeated them, you would come across this door right here with this villager standing right outside of the door telling you not to enter. Well, unfortunately, Ghosty, this is where we need to go. Once you have entered the keep for Fragments of Scattered Faith, and you now need to look for Maerwald. If you would talk to this statue right over here, and tell her that you're looking for him, she will tell you that she is also looking for him, and that she gives you her full permission for you to go look for him. Then she would proceed to open this door right here, for which you have to go through to look for him. There are almost no ways for you to, tell her something that for which she won't open the door, so you are free to go through.
I shall
Once
be
the statue lets you in regards to the quest of Fragments of Scattered Faith, you will find yourself down in this dungeon. There'll be several spiders for you to fight, depending on the difficulty you're playing on. The fight could get complicated. Then you would need to proceed and travel towards the staircase right here.
I'll see what...
As you could see, our beloved Ghost Commander that appears and tells you to get ready for battle.
Keeping an eye out.
Once you come down into the dungeon where you are looking for Maerwald, for Fragments of the Scattered Faith,
And what does the flame reveal?
it reveals this door right here that requires 3 mechanics and 4 lockpicks or 4 mechanics to open. But let's say, for example, if you don't have any lockpicks or any characters could use them, you can go right over here and fight several mobs, several spiders, 2 lizards, and so on. And then once you loot them, you will find a heavy iron key on the corpse. Once you loot it, that door over here becomes available to you. Please note the rest of the dungeon is just filled with a bunch of monsters. If you feel free to kill them to obtain their loot. After you have obtained the key, and of course, cleared out few other things, please note that if you would head this way, on the map, there's another exit that is over here. But before you can achieve it or get to it, you would have to fight a giant spider with tons of its support over here. The fight on all difficulties is actually quite difficult if you mishandle it. So please be careful of the giant spider queen. That also seems to drop a nice little weapon. But in any case, once you obtain the key, you head inwards.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll take care of it.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
Maybe we should come back later?
As you continue to talk to him, he tells you that his, well,
Maerwald isn't
done fucked up
here,
stuff in the
and
past
he
life,
isn't
basically.
fooled.
And
He has
he's
sent for no
tormented.
callers. Be gone!
Maerwald will speak with you.
And he is
to speak.
tormented by the previous,
The window.
well,
The gods put me...
thoughts.
It was the gods.
Little I lost.
As you continue through the conversation,
Memory.
it's
Ghosts
actually
of
quite a big
spirits.
conversation. But please
And
note
not
that by the end of this
troubled
conversation,
memories. Angry memories. Pulling Mayo.
at the end of this conversation, he will actually attack you. So please be prepared and fully rested and fight him full heads on. Because this character, he is actually not that easy to fight because he's a caster. I mean, if you kind of have a lot of rogue builds or somebody who could shoot real fast at him, yeah, you could take him out.
There you...
And of course, you
So
continue.
fragile. The watch. My fault. War. Death. We brought... Hold
You could, of course, read this during your own time.
the boy. For the soul.
You'll get no pity from me.
Soldier and marauder. How little we know. No. Keys.
And then, of course, he tells you
Secrets.
about different
Woodcut
things
City
about the
many
keys.
secrets
And
do
then
they keep.
this one, I need to search for a man with a leaded
Unawakened.
key.
Sleep well.
Once you finish
Hold.
this up,
I know your will
you will
die.
basically switch
Your actions were
personality.
seen.
You could
You
be
would
honest
sooner
with him,
betray us to the
but
Edér
this will
land
result
thieves
in
than
him
take orders
attacking
from
you.
me.
Aggressive, he will again attack you. Diplomatic, he will again attack you. Clever, depending on how you lead it, will most likely he will end up attacking you. Depending on the thing, I'm gonna try to leave the poor man alone.
Your betrayal is for
As you
nothing.
can see, it still results in him attacking me. Once you defeat him, you would notice that multiple quests have been finished. And of course, you could draw from it, depending on your choice. Time and Tide has been finished.
The better part of valor.
Also, you would obtain Never Far from the Queen. You would also finish the Old Watcher quest that you've been doing. And also continue Time and Tide, where you have to find the ruins beneath Kaenua. And Trial and Fragments Scattered, where you still need to speak with Medwar. If you're still trying to understand how come your Fragments of Scattered Fate did not progress through after you have killed Maerwald, what you need to do is now look at your character's image. As you would notice, he has something to talk to you about.
That
Once
old
you
watcher.
click that,
I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that. Nah, well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it. Alright, guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Rhaed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died, so I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Of course, I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that. You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well...
As you finish the conversation, because I actually really enjoyed the acting within that scene, they did a really nice job, honestly. You know, so
And what does
if
the
you now take a
flame
look at your
reveal?
Fragments of Scattered Faith, it tells you that travel with Eder to the record archive. Well, now after you've gone through this quest, now you need to go and travel through the records. To the records, sorry. As you continue Fragments of Scattered Faith, right now you need to go to the record archive.
Keeping an eye
The
out.
record archive is located at the First Fires, right over here at Dukan Palace. You need to zone in into the Dukan Palace, and then proceed all the way to the back room, and then initiate the conversation.
Good day, stranger.
Right here you'll say I'm looking for military records. As you could see, unfortunately there's nothing he can do to help you, so you have to now continue on. Now,
A
to
blade.
progress Fragments of the Sacred Faith. If you talk to him, as you noticed earlier, he would not, well, disclose to me his brother's information. What you need for this is to obtain Defiance Bay reputation. You need to be at least with them somewhere near Hero. Then back at Ducal Palace.
Keeping an eye out.
Greetings.
Woden Talesh died 18 Majavernho 2808. Third Battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glonfather names, I swear. Rayet Saris? I'll be the effigy. He fought for Rayet Saris. Why'd he fight for Rayet Saris? We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea... the one I said. I don't know how... and who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. I mean, worth trying, right? I appreciate that.
Now you need to go and talk to the Saint on the battlefield.
I'll see what I can find.
My big brother's last battle. I wish I could tell you what we're looking for. Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain has him buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right?
Now, if we continue the Fragments of Scattered Soul, now we need to go look for his dead brother.
Not much here. Hey, something metal in the ground.
Get some rest.
Over by that
These
boat.
ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Actually, they never found the body.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work. Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Well, I think I'm a little overpowered for this fight,
Huh?
but
What is it?
whatever.
Light, flame, and sound.
They were right. That was short work.
I'll take care of it.
Now, when you kill them, you get a fine ab, fine saber, and exceptional breastplate.
And what does the flame reveal?
And you're looking for Rizkarn piece.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raed Saris. Or did when Weidman was alive. Well, it's something.
They won't see me
Now
coming.
we need to go back to Defiance Bay, and of course if you have a cipher, or the NPC cipher, or the companion cipher, you could now decipher what it means. Just go to an inn and switch out your characters. Once you get your grieving mother
They won't see me
companion
coming.
for the Fragments Scattered of the Faith, if you don't know how to get it, please refer to one of my videos in related to the character. This will appear next to your thing.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there. What'd he talk about with Weidman? I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say? That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Weidman? Why'd my brother fight for Raed Saris? I guess that's it. It's a funny thing. You can tell yourself that 100 different ways. Makes no difference in the end.
And you finally complete Fragments of the Scattered Faith and obtain 4,320 experience. Again, depending what level and mode that you got it on.
Laying low.
Thank you all for tuning in to another guide on Pillars of Eternity. I hope you all found this guide helpful and informative. Please check out other available guides on Pillar of Eternity by clicking on the next guide video or by clicking on the playlist that is located in the description below. As always, please click like and please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check me out on twitch.tv where I stream live all the time, to which the link is also available in the description below. Thank you all again for tuning in, and please be safe in a land of eternity.